Hello everybody, my name is Dan and this is my series of practicing English every day, and today is day 39. Alright, 39, and I'll tell you my story, my routine this morning. I woke up at 7:30, late than usual, and ate breakfast, then go back to work to 10 a.m. and I went to the vendor near my house to buy some food, and today I eat rice with fish. I feel my life just bland. I think so, because it's not interesting that I expected. I feel sad. I feel desperate because things that I desire to do, things that I desire to have, it just fly away from my hands. So then now I'm living in poverty. So a little bit sad, I just say so. And and today I want to practice English, because almost a month I'm just keep reading books almost a month. I think just spend at least 15 minutes to talk with myself. And sometimes you got a lot of friends that you can share your story for your friends. Then you just talk to yourself that you have to try your best, because no one really care about you. So you just keep it inside, and it consumes much. Then one day it explore another thing, and when you explore you change a lot. And I think every day I need a time to look at myself, and this is this time, this moment. And today I'm gonna read two topics. The weather. People from overseas often said the British people gonna go on about the weather, but there's a reason for it. British weather not only changes from one day to the next, but sometimes 1 hour to the next. The day can start off with fine weather. The sun comes up and there's a bright blue sky. Then by 9 o'clock it begins to glow over, and by mid-morning it's pouring down. 10 minutes later the rain eases up. The sun comes out. It starts to brighten up, and it's fine again. By mid-afternoon the wind might pick up, bringing it with more rain, but the end of the day it's dry. Perhaps this is why British often tell the others to make the most of the good weather while it lasts. You would think the British would be prepared for anything, yet they're still caught on by the weather. More than 10 centimeters of snow in the winter can transport greens to a hole. More than a few weeks of hot weather in the summer, and there's the warming of water shortages. Food. What does food mean to you? Marcia. When I'm not eating, I seem to be either cooking or buying food, so my life revolves around food. Katie. I don't get these people who live for food. I usually heat up something from a can or pick up takeaway. harshly. I regularly go on a diet, so I really have to think about what I'm eating. I already given up chocolate, and at the moment, I try to cut down on my carbohydrate intake. Most of the time, though, I'm starving. J. Food is important provided you eat the right things. I cut out junk food altogether, and I'm now really careful about eating too much dairy as well. But having said that, I couldn't go without my chocolate. Censor. I eat and eat, but I'm still thin as a rag. I guess I just burn out calories with all the exercise I get. Fronda. For me, food is social thing. When I want to see friends, ask them over for a meal, or we eat out somewhere. Cooking mushroom burrito. Preparation method. 1. In a pan, fry the mushroom gently, put to one side. At the same time, chop the right porcini a little warm water. 2. Gently fry the chopped onion and garlic. If you don't like garlic, leave it out. 3. Add the rice, then the white wine, and stir until the wine has almost evaporated. Now add the mushrooms and porcini. 4. Now you can add the hot chicken stock a bit at a time and stir fairly constantly until the rice has absorbed to the stock. This will take about 50 minutes, but you should still be able to clear up as you go along. 5. By the time you use up all stock, the risotto should be tender. Take it off the heat, stir in some butter, half the parsley and some parsley, and leave it to rest for a few minutes. This will finish off the risotto and make it especially creamy. 6. Serve up the risotto while hot and hands around the rest of the parmesan. You can heat up and leftovers the next day, but my experience, guests usually polished it all off the table. And the next topic is our home. When the estate agents first showed up throughout the flat, my heart sank. It looked fine from the outside, but in the inside was pretty bad state. David, however, liked it, and as is all we could afford, we eventually decided to buy it. We moved in a couple of months later and set about doing it up. We worked flat out to decorate the living room, kitchen, and the bedroom, and that smartened the place up quite a bit. We then had the old boiler taken out and put in a new one, which was both smaller and more efficient. My brother helped me to build a couple of cupboards to give us more storage space, and I put up some shelves for our books. By this day, we had settled in several neighbors and had invited us throughout, but we soon got to know quite a few people in our building. The area also turned out to be a convenient place to live, as it has some decent shops and a good bus service. Some words I need to learn as a smarten something up that makes a player or person look neater or more attractive. Settle in, that means become familiar with new home and start to feel comfortable there. Show around, that means be guide for somebody when they visit a place for the first time. If I visit a place for the first time, the tour guide will show me around. Yes. And I think today. This is the end of today. Thank you for listening.